Good morning, Vietnam! And today, we're going to talk about something a little painful, something a little hurty. I finally, yesterday, was it yesterday? Probably a day or two ago. I don't know. Watched the entirety of the Cowboy Bebop live action TV series, and I will not lie to you, it was fucking rough. It was. Here's the thing, I've never felt so incredibly torn on a series before. So I figured, jumping right into this, because I have a lot of opinions about it, I'm just going to start with the stuff that I liked about it and then slowly work my way into the things that I did not like. Firstly, most of the casting, not a lot, because the casting is one of the big issues that I have with it. Most of the casting I like. I think they did very good. I think the dude who plays Jet is damn good. Like, when I'm watching the show, he actually sounds like fucking Jet from the anime, so that's pretty awesome. Faye, the woman who played Faye, had like one or two times where she was kind of Faye-ish, but I have more to say about that in a minute. Cho as Spike Spiegel, I thought it was good. And then Ed at the end. Didn't really see much of Ed. Elaborate more on that in a minute. But essentially, most of the casting I think was pretty alright. The guy who played Vicious, I loved that. I just didn't like Vicious character. And other than the, I guess, cinematography was alright-ish. Meh. Very show-like. Very much like the anime. I thought that was pretty good. And that's all I really have to say is some of the casting was good, the acting was and the special effects, CGI, all that yada yada was pretty good. Now we get to everything the fuck else. I fucking hate how basically, I'm just going to come out and say it. I'm just going to come out and say it. The show's woke. The show is fucking woke. That is probably one of my biggest issues with it. It's very whammon heavy. Like, yay, whammon. Whammon strong. Whammon do no wrong. It's that kind of shit. If you're looking for specific examples, so I just don't sound like a bitching white 21st century millennial male. Essentially, my biggest problems with it is, let's just get this one out of the way now. Our favorite hermaphrodite, Gren. Gren is fucking nothing like he is in the goddamn anime. Gren is, I feel, made to be Anne's sidekick, I guess, bartender, whatever the fuck. I hated what they did with Gren's character. I don't like the person they got to play Gren. Didn't even give him the blue hair. Nothing. And it's just like, it's just fucking weird, because I'm pretty sure, I don't even think he's a hermaphrodite. It's the fact that he's just like a dude with tits, because the reason he has the tits is because there was a chemical when he was on Titan. Watch the anime, you'll get that. My whole issue was that Gren was nothing like he fucking was in the TV show. Anna was nothing like she was in the fucking TV show. First off, they blackwashed her. Had to happen to someone, didn't it? Julia, in my humble opinion, got way too much fucking screen time. As soon as I started to see Julia appear way more than she did in the anime, I'm like, oh fuck, this is gonna go down another line. This is gonna go in a whole another direction that we're not expecting. And what was funny was, I was watching this show with my buddy Matt, and I had gotten him to watch a lot of Bebop before, the live action came out. And me and him were sitting there the whole time. We predicted the whole goddamn series. We predicted why they gave Jet a fucking kid. Why they changed who shot his arm off. Or his partner. We predicted his daughter getting kidnapped by Vicious for the finale. Ended up predicting Julia becoming way bigger of a presence than she already was. We predicted fucking his daughter getting kidnapped. Kidnapped at the end? Did I already say that? Can't remember. The thing is that I'm so fucking pent up about this whole series because I can't fucking put into words how much of it I saw fucking coming as I was watching it, and just you know what I feel? This is basically what it comes down to. I feel like the Cowboy Bebop live action anime adaptation suffers from the exact same problem that the Child's Play remake suffered from, in that it could have been its own series. I feel like there was enough original shit in it that you could have made it its own separate thing, slapped a different name on it, and you could have had a whole new franchise. But they wanted to make something Bebop related, so now it's stuck bearing the Bebop name. And any chance for anyone to make anything remotely like that or better, is completely, it's out the window now. It's gone. Another big issue, Faye. No signs of gambling. She's not a gambler. She's not nothing. She doesn't use her sexuality to gain anything. I noticed that the sexuality in the show very much played down until it came to like one lesbian scene that they had Faye take part in, because 21st century, why couldn't we not have a lesbian scene? We gotta. It feels forced. It really does feel fucking forced, because it's just so fucking stupid at times. The show honestly just feels so goddamn dumb, where they're trying to appeal to a certain demographic, and they're like, okay, we'll have Faye with the lesbian scene. We'll have Julia have an overarching presence, and we'll make Julia the bad guy because every man is bad. Every man in her life, even the one who loved her and wanted to protect her, is a piece of shit who needs to get shot out the window of the church at the end. It's just, the whole fucking thing was just so... my first time watching it, I'm like, okay, all right, that's not that woke. That's just a that there, and 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 holy shit, before you know it, the whole thing's fucking caked in, like, gender politics, I guess. I don't know what the fuck you'd call it. But by the end of it, they took Vicious, for Christ's sakes, who's like one of the coolest fucking villains ever. He doesn't even do much, and he's just fucking cool. They made him a bitchy, whiny, prissy boy in this who gets fucked over by his fucking girlfriend. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? It was just so fucking stupid. And, I wanted to give this show completely the benefit of the doubt. But I just fucking can't. I mean, there are parts of, if you are watching this fucking show, if you've never seen the anime and you've watched this show, and you like it, yippee-yahoo for you. There is a part of me that thinks that this show is fantastic on its own. It was funny, it was action-packed, I liked the story, I loved the twist at the end. My fucking left side of my brain is like, wow, that was pretty good. And then I have the right side of my brain, which is the fan, who also, the fan, the writer, the storyteller, who doesn't like when a property is used to push an agenda, which I kind of feel like this one was, and you could say it wasn't, but take a look at the original show and then take a look at this. If you're actually going to tell me that all this, pro-women shit wasn't fucking absolutely shoved into this series, you're full of shit. You're absolutely full of shit. It's completely was. There were so many things in this that were just completely casting choices that were completely unfucking called for. Scenes that were included that were just fucking dumb. Characters that were added. Characters from the anime. Here's what really, really pisses me off. We saw Anna or Annie or whatever the fuck in the anime for like how long? How long was she on screen for? In this, she runs a whole bar. She's the eyes and ears of the whole play. And, oh my gosh, she also has to be African American, guys. She couldn't be the white chick from the anime. No. And then we have to take the only character in the show, or at least to my memory, the only character in the show who remotely has anything to do with or could be associated with the LGBT community, and we have to make them the most stereotypical gay ever. And then we'll have them work for Anna, because they'll have like a cool bar, like a awesome kind of bar, and it's like performing on stage, and it's like a theatrics kind of place, and Moulin Rouge. And it's just so fucking, they connect things in this show that aren't connected in the anime. And my problem with that is that the whole point of the anime is that shit happens. Life happens. You know, things are unconnected. Random weird shit can happen to you. Like when, in the anime, with the dude, the assassin, the insane guy, LeFou. And in the live action show, LeFou is sent after Spike by Vicious. He goes to the place, the fucking lab he's in, breaks him out, and sends him on his way. And it's just like, why do you need to just connect everything? Can't you just have, like, shit that's one-off? Also, the Vash... Told you, my mind is... I have so much to fucking say. My mind is racing. The whole thing with the separate eyes, how fucking Spike got one of his eyes shot out, and it's like the whole symbolic thing, one's lighter than the other. And he's like, one eye only sees the past, the only sees the fucking present. Completely out. Not used. Never going to be used. I highly doubt it. Just completely left that out. Get out of here. It's also supposed to explain why Spike is such a good sharpshooter, because he's got literally a cyborg eye. Other thing, again, going back, Vicious. They made Vicious a fucking insecure pussy. It's like they made every guy in this show a fucking dolt. Every dude who's in there, brought up fucking Asimov Sorensen, literally breaking his back, not even yelling at Katarina, or whatever the fuck the girl's name was that he was with. You know, the first episode when they're hauling the red eye. Yeah, in the show he's like, what the fuck is the matter with you? You fucking dropped the shit. In the anime, he's like, what, if you lose these, we're yada yada. He keeps like yelling at her and shit. None of that in the show. What, are you kidding me? You can't have a guy yell at a woman in a TV. Are you fucking nuts? Are you fucking crazy? You can't have that. Also, what's with taking away Faye's whole gambling thing? When they introduce Faye in the show, they introduce her as like, hey guys, fuck, shit, cunt. Haha, I'm such a fucking loudmouth tomboy. What fucking anime were you watching? Because what? Faye was more, used her sexuality and her don't care attitude, and she had this underlying, I'm effeminate. Oh, us girls need to be pampered because so and so. That was her character. They just made her that bitch from fucking whatchamacallit Lagoon, who just goes around shooting people and cursing a lot. They completely changed her character. No sign of gambling in there at all. She doesn't even like gambling because you can't let the female character do anything bad. The female characters can't be bad, man. And then they have, oh god, her fucking mother. Or her adoptive mother. Because they added in this whole fucking thing where this woman pretends to be her mother. And then she's dating this dude called the Iron Mink or whatever the fuck. I can't even remember if that was in the fucking show. I'm pretty sure it wasn't. And then at the end, the Iron Mink, who's this big bad guy throughout the whole episode, it turns out to all be some fucking sexual roleplay done by her and the lady. And it's just like, what are you doing? Why is every guy in the show a fucking wuss? And why is every woman in the show some kind of fucking absolutely amazing, better than everyone, badass who can't be stopped and is so fucking wonderful and fantastic? And then, of course, we get to Julia, who's just like, I'm gonna fucking overthrow the main bad guy. Where the fuck did that come from? This is like fucking, I feel like I was watching Scooby-Doo. The first Scooby-Doo live action movie where they made fucking Scrappy-Doo the villain at the end. That's how this fucking felt. And it was just like completely fucking... I was fucking speechless by the end of it. And I gotta tell you, like, I was saying by the end, if I don't get that fucking... him falling out of the window, if I don't get Greenbird, I was gonna be so pissed. And they did. They showed Greenbird right after they revealed Julia shooting him, instead of Vicious tossing him out the window. And I'm just like... It's like someone's fucking jerking you off, and then right as you're about to come, they just fucking stop, and then you're like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And then as soon as you're like, you lose it, then they start again. That's what it fucking felt like watching that scene. The last episode of this fucking show. Episode 10. And then, of course, they had to connect everything. You know, the second Jet's daughter, or Jet, we find out that Jet has a daughter. It's like, hey, guess who's getting kidnapped in the last episode? Guess who is getting fucking taken away and used as a plot point? And then, of course, you know, they throw in like a little thing at the end. Because you remember how in the anime, Battle Fallen Angels, where they're like, oh, it's just some random church in the middle of fucking nowhere. And then in the show, Vicious is like, yes, this is my family crypt. I'm like, oh, great. You needed to tie that in too, because, you know, God forbid anything in the show just be randomly occurring. God forbid you show any type of fucking, I'm not sure what the word is, homage-ish shit to the original series just by having, you know, the philosophy of shit just happens. Random stuff occurs. It's not all connected in one complete linear storyline. It's just so fucking forced. That's what it feels like. It's just so forced. And it's annoying. And I know everyone's fucking pet. And you know what's funny? Before that, I was considering coming on here and I'm like, you know, I was going to play real nice with this review. I was like, you know, the show wasn't that bad, and it wasn't. As a standalone, it was good. It could have been its own show. You could have just done... They changed enough things in it to make it its own goddamn TV show. That's what they should have done. That would have worked, and then I wouldn't be sitting here bitching about it. But they just decide, hey, let's make a Cowboy Bebop. If you're going to make Cowboy Bebop, there are some things you don't fucking touch. There are some things you don't do. You don't give fucking Jet a family. The whole point of his whole thing was that he had his girlfriend, and his girlfriend fucking ditched him because he was controlling. And that's a whole part of his background. In this, he's just your stereotypical fucking reverse of an absentee black dad. They literally try to play off of that. Not all African-American fathers are deadbeats that ditch their kids. Yeah, we get that. But at the same time, fucking why did you decide to put it here? Of all fucking shows. You could have made a completely new series and you could have done that. Why'd you have to make it Bebop? It just makes no fucking sense. And you can tell, like I said before, if there was one or two things, then you could call me, you know, nitpicky, contrarian. You could say whatever the fuck you want about me. Oh, he doesn't like women's independence in this one part of the show, blah, 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 blah. It's not that I don't like women's independence. It's when they make every dude in the show seem like a fucking moron. And no female character is capable of committing a bad act. The worst female character we get, the worst one, is Faye's adoptive mother. She's a scam artist. But then in the end, everyone just fucking loves her anyways. Even though she's a piece of shit. And it's like, even the characters who are the most fucking hateable females in the show, they're made out to be like, girls will be girls. And it's like, fuck you, no. What is the matter with you? And this is just fucking, like I said, if it was done once or twice, it wouldn't be a big deal. I'd go, okay, you know, salud, I don't give a shit. But this is like every fucking 10 goddamn minutes. And it doesn't stop. And then when they decided to make Julia the whole, you know, my life has been decided by you two for God knows how long, and now I'm taking it back. Fuck you, get back to the show. It's forced. Fucking forced as ass. And it's just so fucking, I really had high hopes for this fucking show. I really did. Like I said, the casting, beautiful. You know what I think what they should do? It's exactly what I think they should do. They should go back, destroy all the fucking footage, and start from scratch. I really think if they started from scratch, they would be able to do the series justice. You go back, you fix the fucking characters you fucked up. I'm not saying change some things. Of course you can change some things. But don't create an Avatar The Last Airbender movie, make Sokka a non-absentee father, make Boomy black, make Katara Spanish, make Aang have a cousin who's a transsexual, and take a minor character from 3 fucking minutes of one episode during the end of the series and turn them into a major part of the fucking series. When you do it once, you do a couple things, you change a couple things, okay, I'll sit with you on it. But when you change it this fucking much, do not expect me to not be concerned or pissed off. Because at that point, you are pushing a narrative. You are absolutely pushing a narrative. And when you push fucking narratives on this shit, you're just ruining the fucking spirit of it. The spirit of it's fucking gone. What you tried to recapture, what you did was, you made your own fucking show, and you just slapped someone else's fucking word I can't remember. You just slapped somebody else's shit. I cannot believe I can't remember this goddamn word. Property. You just slapped someone else's fucking property on something that you make. That's what this feels like. It could have been its own thing, but you couldn't make it its own thing. You had to goddamn make it Bebop. Had to. Couldn't fucking go one fucking adaptation without blackwashing or whitewashing or this washing or that washing fucking somebody. You couldn't go one fucking episode without pushing some kind of gender narrative. You couldn't go one fucking second without changing it somehow. Couldn't do it. You could not fucking do it. And you know what? God bless you, Hollywood. God bless you and your fucking narratives and your fucking opinion pushing and your all the bullshit you pull, because the day everyone gets so fucking sick of it that Hollywood burns to the fucking ground, whoever the fuck helped make this piece of shit, I will sit on a balcony, preferably one that I own, and jerk the fuck off. Because the day this whole fucking culture bullshit is over and amazing properties stop getting fucking ruined by people who do this shit, I'm gonna bust the fattest fucking nut you've ever seen. And that's all I really have to say about that.